next working is here in second slide. So as we discussed in our previous class that to solve this first term further we have to apply a plus b plus c whole square formula. Similarly, for the second part we will use a plus b plus c whole square formula. When you will apply that formula, Muhammad Ali Hasnain has entered the room. So you will get a square, b square, c square positive 2ab. I am saying positive 2ab, but here we have written minus 2ac. Why we have negative here? Because the value of b is negative a. This negative a converts that positive into negative. So Zishan Ibrar has entered the room. Negative 2bc, ab and 2bx. ये हमने formula apply किया. After applying formula on first term, you will get all these steps. Taha Qazi has entered the room. Now, same formula apply for the second term. You will get a square, b square, c square, 2ab, 2bc, 2ca. So we have applied the formula and got this step. Now simplify all these things. Here we have x square, y square, 2ax. Here we have 2a square. So when you will add this a square, Bilal has entered the room, and a square. These 2a square gives us 2a square. Here we have 2b square. After adding these two, they become 2b square. And 2bx, negative 2ax, 2ay and negative 2by. We will cancel out these positive 2ab and negative 2ab. तो ये आपने कैलकुलेट कर लिया है pa whole square. Similarly, we will work out for pb whole square by taking a square. We don't have a square root on the right side. Multiply this bracket by negative, you will get minus a minus b whole square. And you will when you will multiply this bracket by negative a, negative, you will get negative a plus b. Same, apply that formula a plus b plus c whole square. You will get all these terms. When you will apply a plus b plus c whole square formula in for the second term, you will get y square, a square, b square, and these terms. Similarly, here we have 2a square. After adding, they become 2a square. Here we have 2b square. Once again, we cancel here positive 2ab, negative 2ab. So whatever left is written in the last step. So we got here 2b square, pb square and pa square. In next slide, we are going to equate these two results. And after simplify those results, we will be able to get locus of the moving point. Right now, I am erasing the screen. Farhan Ahmed has raised the hand. Farhan, first, let me finish this question. This condition is given in the question that P2A, I'm taking the pen, P2 and P2B are equal, and when two lengths are equal, their square will also be equal. So in place of P2A square, we have substituted its value that I am highlighting. On right side, we have substituted the value of PB square. So as we have on both sides x square, y square, so these x square, y square cancel out each other. I think I have explained this point in our last lecture. Similarly, here we have 2a square. These 2a square cancel out each other. 2b square cancel out each other. So whatever we left right now, we have copied it. 2bx, here we have 2bx, negative 2by, okay. After adding 2bx, we got here 4bx minus 2by gives us 4by. Take 4b common, and here b is not 0. B has some value besides 0. So we have mentioned that b is not 0. So we got here x minus y 0. So x minus y is the equation that describe locus of that moving point. We have finished this part. If you have any query, you can raise your hand and ask me. I will take your question. Students, if you have any question, raise your hand. Yes, Hassan, any question from this part?
No, sir. No, sir.
Farhan, everything is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are moving on to the next slide. Asad bin Amir raised hand. Okay, Asad bin Amir, I am taking your question. Yes, Asad bin Amir, I have unmuted you. Asad bin Amir, I have unmuted you.
सर हमें क्या पता चलेगा ये वैल्यू किसकी दी गई है, बी है कि ये पे एक्स वाई में बताया होगा इनकी वैल्यू नहीं है शुरू में.
वन मोमेंट, आप पूछ रहे हैं हमें ए या बी की वैल्यू बताई होगी?
यस सर.
किस सिनेरियो में पूछ रहे हैं आप कि बी जीरो नहीं है?
अभी आपने बताया ना कि बी जीरो नहीं है लेकिन एक्स और वाई जीरो है, तो हमें क्या पहले क्वेश्चन में दिया होगा कि बी जीरो नहीं है इसलिए हम एक्स और वाई को जीरो लेंगे.
एक्स, अच्छा हमें क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया है? ए माइनस बी कॉमा ए प्लस बी, इस तरह से कोऑर्डिनेट्स दिए है ना?
सर
अच्छा, कॉमन सेंस देखो, अगर ए बी की कोई वैल्यू होगी तो ये ए माइनस बी है, ठीक है? तो ये अगर आप बी को जीरो भी लेते हो तो ये कोई लोकस नहीं देगा, लोकस वहां से मिलेगा जिसमें एक्स और वाई इन्वॉल्व होंगे। क्लियर हो गई बात?
यस सर.
और ये बात क्वेश्चन में मेंशन होती है जब वो ए बी सी देते हैं कि ये जीरो है या नहीं है, ठीक है? क्वेश्चन देख लें, उसमें मेंशन होगा ए एंड बी आर नॉट जीरो, और अगर नहीं है तो आप छोड़ दें, और मेंशन होगा तो आप लाजमी लिखेंगे। इट इज आवर क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 पार्ट 4। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 पार्ट 4। There is no information related A and B, but usually these things are given in the question. Either और में हम B जीरो लेते हैं, तो अगर B जीरो होता तो फिर उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रहती कोऑर्डिनेट्स में। तो A माइनस बी में और A प्लस बी में मैं अगर B जीरो प्रूफ कर रहा हूँ तो वो तो A कॉमा A हो जाएगा ना। इस वजह से इस सेंस में हम ये मैथमेटिकल वर्किंग पे कह रहे हैं B जीरो नहीं है। अगर B हम यहाँ से जीरो प्रूफ करते हैं तो जब पॉइंट्स में लेके जाते हैं तो पॉइंट की शक्ल ही एक नई आ जाएगी, वहां B एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करेगा। मेरी बात समझ रहे हैं आप?
यस सर.
B का इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं आएगा अगर B जीरो हो जाता है। दैट्स व्हाई आप ज्यादा कंफ्यूज ना हो। आपका काम है कि आप लोकस बताएंगे, और लोकस उसी वक्त मिलता है जब एक्स वाई मौजूद हो। तो एक्स वाई हमें और वाले सेगमेंट से मिल रहा था, एक्स वाई माइनस वाई जीरो लिख दिया हमने। ओके, क्लियर होगी बात असद बिन आमिर?
यस सर.
Okay, thank you so much. Hassan, we are going to start a new question, an important one. Right now, I am erasing the slide. In fact, we are going to deal with a new part, question number 5. Here we have to deal with slope formula that we had discussed in the beginning of question number 2. In the beginning of question number 2, we had discussed two topics. One was related to the locus of a moving point, and second was slope. As I already know that we will use for part 5th slope formula. That's why we had discussed in the beginning of question number 2. I'm going to listen this question part 5th of 2. So all of you listen this part carefully. In the meantime, I'm taking the pen. So the slope of the line joining, there is a line, and the slope of that line that joins the point to A. Which point? Moving point, and our moving point is P. So the line that joins moving point to a fixed point A, slope of that line is 3 times the slope of the line joining the point. Which point? Moving point to point B. So for the sake of understanding, we can draw these two lines. Here we have a moving point P. I'm drawing this diagram just for your understanding. So here we have a point P whose coordinates are X and Y. And here we have a point A, fixed point, whose coordinates are 1, 3. Sadakat Ali has entered the room. Its coordinates are 1, 3. Question says slope of this line. So on this line we have 2 points, and we already know For any line, if if we have 2 points on any line, then slope of that line is computed by the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That all you can see here, formula of the slope is written. And question says slope of this line PA is 3 times of slope of the another line PB. And the coordinates of point B are 3, 1. So I am explaining the step of solution. First, we will find out slope of PA. Second, we will find out slope of PB. Third, we will use the given condition. What is the given condition? Given condition is slope of PA is 3 times slope of PB. After using that condition, we will simplify, and its simplified form will gives us locus of the moving point. Well, ये तमाम डिस्कशन आपको समझ आ जाएंगी वर्किंग में. So let the coordinates of the given point P are x comma y. Here we have taken x comma y as the coordinates of point P. Then slope m1 of the line joining the point 2a. Which point? Point P to A. The line that joins P to A, we have taken slope of that line as m1. A student using this formula, we find out slope of any line on which we have 2 lines, 2 points. So formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. From point P, we are considering x1, y1. You all can see. Yes, Hassan, any question? X1
No,
is
sir.
x and y1 is y. We have taken x1, y1 from point P, and from point A, we are going to consider x2, y2. So x2 is 1 and y2 is 3. Substitute all these values in the formula, you will get this step. So m1 is 3 minus y divided by 1 minus x. We have computed slope for PA. Now we are going to calculate slope for PB, and we have denoted slope of PB by m2. And from P we will consider x1, y1, and from B we will consider x2, y2. So our x2 value will be 3 and our y2 value will be 1. Substitute all these values in the formula. Where is formula? Here we have written down the formula. Substitute all these values here, you will get this step. We have simply calculated m1 and m2. Now after calculating m1 and m2 according to the given condition, slope of PA is 3 times the slope of PB. Okay, in place of m1 we have substituted its value, that is 1 minus y divided by 3 minus x. We have copied on right side 3. Then m2, in place of m2 we have taken its value, that is 1 minus y divided by 3 minus x. Now to solve it further, we have to cross multiply. So 3 minus y multiplied by 3 minus x. So here we have product of these two brackets. On right side 3 into 1 minus y and 1 minus x. Now we all know how to multiply two brackets. After multiplying these two brackets, we got these 4 elements, and on right side we got these 4 elements. In next slide we will multiply these 4 elements by 3. Students, we have 15 minutes left. Okay, right now I am erasing the screen. I'm making the screen clear. So after multiplying the brackets, each term in bracket by 3, we get these terms: 3 minus 3x minus 3y positive 3xy. Now here we have a few things to cancel. On each side we have minus 3x, so they cancel out each other. On each side we have minus 3y, they cancel out each other. What we have done here, we have just shifted this xy to other side, so its sign changes. We have already here positive 3xy, and we have shifted this 3 to left side, so this becomes minus 3. 9 minus 3 becomes 6. 3xy minus xy gives us 2xy. Divide both sides by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So we got xy 3. This is the locus of our moving point. So we have done this question. If you have any query, raise your hand and ask me. I will take your question. Hassan, do you have any question here?
No, sir.